Casa de Curandero, today is a very special day. We have not only my Usui Reiki master here today, but we also have a person who's a very dear friend, and as he says, he's my brother from another mother. Oscar Beck is wonderful. I mean, he fills a room with joy. He has a presence when he comes in. You will love his humor. I love his voice, that deep baritone voice, and his knowledge of Usui Reiki is just unimaginable. I do not know where I would be today without him in my life as my friend, as my counsel. He comes to my house. He's been accepted by my mom and dad as another son. So, Krista, take it away on this special, special interview.
Hi, everyone. This is Krista. Thank you for joining us today. We have our special guest, Oscar Beck, who is a certified assistant occupational therapist with Community Hospital. And what I feel is even more important, he is an incredible Reiki master. And not just any Reiki master, but he is actually my master's master. So you are in direct lineage with us, and it is such an honor to have you here and to talk to you. And obviously today we are going to talk about Reiki, Usui Reiki in particular. So first of all, Oscar, thank you for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
And tell me a little bit about how you learned about Reiki. What got you interested in it?
It's somewhere around 95. There was a couple of us hanging around. I was learning massage and getting interested in some of other ways of dealing in life. And went to, I'm trying to remember, I've been trying to remember the name of the church. Linda Lester, Dr. Lester's wife, was involved with it. And anyway, they were doing Reiki there and didn't know exactly what it was, and got interested a little bit, asked around about it, and found a couple of masters here in town, Dorothy Von Drasik and Joe Powers, and got in touch with them, and they were my masters.
And the rest is history.
And the rest is history. I guess that's the way to put it, yeah.
So for our viewers that don't know what Reiki is, or specifically what Usui Reiki is, give us a little bit of the history, if you would.
Usui Reiki, Reiki in general, tends to mean universal life energy. Mm-hmm. So it's an energy whose time had come to come back into the world. And Dr. Usui, back in the 1800s, late 1800s, had a psychic rediscovery of it. And that's how his name is attached to it.
I like that a rediscovery, because even though it was lost for a period of time, this wasn't a new creation that he came up with. Like you said, he
Right.
had a psychic experience where
Right.
he was guided towards it.
He was guided towards it, and he wasn't looking for it.
Mm-hmm.
And so he had a psychic initiation into it and brought it back, this particular energy, he brought it back into the physical realm. And we take our lineage back to him because he taught another gentleman who taught Mrs. Takata, who brought it to the West.
So it's the lineage, yes,
It's
yes.
part of the lineage.
So he taught a few people who taught a few people who taught a few people, and I know that we can trace our lineage back to Usui. And a lineage, for those of you that don't know, it's basically being able to trace back your teachers to the original, which is something...
Genealogy, if you want to put another word on it.
That's a great way to put it, yeah. It's like a Reiki family tree, almost, because we're all connected in some way. And it's something that... It's good to know where your roots come from. And Usui Reiki in particular is taught very traditionally to the way that Usui himself taught it, because there's a whole bunch of branches of Reiki.
There's a lot of branches of Reiki. I can't speak to all of them. I personally have not been overly hooked to lineage. So I know that my lineage goes back, somehow goes back to William Rand, who runs the International Center of Reiki training back over in Michigan, Southfield, Michigan.
Yes.
And from there, he can trace his lineage back, I think, probably to Mrs. Takata.
Mm-hmm. Who can then go back to Usui.
Who can go back to Usui.
Yeah.
Lineage, until you started asking me, I hadn't thought a whole lot about it, so I'm still working on that part.
That's all right. Oh. I've been trying to get him to complete ours for a while now.
Yes, and I apologize.
That's okay. I'm patient.
Yes, you are, very, very much so. And I'm sorry, lost my thought.
Oh, that's okay. So, as far as Reiki is concerned, so it's a very traditional method of healing, and it is a no-touch method where, unlike massage, well, and sometimes it's touch, depending.
Okay.
Yeah, explain on that.
Reiki has been taught as a hands-on healing, energy healing system.
Okay.
Different than massage because you're not moving the skin around, you're moving energy around. You can also do Reiki hands-off, but it's been taught as a hands-on, where you actually are physically touching the person. And traditionally, you ask permission.
Yes.
To, that way, anybody who you're touching, they know you're touching. If you're doing a healing session on someone, you let them know how you will touch them, because they're basic hand positions that have been taught. The basic hand positions are supposed to cover the chakras of the body,
Yes.
the energy centers of the body, of which there's 7.
Yes.
Seems like I've heard that number before.
I know. It's a recurring theme.
So the way that it had come to us, it's in the traditional form, but Reiki is living. And as a living energy, it evolves.
Yes.
With each person that learns Reiki, they're putting their own energy, it's coming through them with their own energy, their own person who they are, and therefore it evolves through them. And if you look at some of the different books that are written, you will find some of the symbols that have been given may be slightly different
Yes, I've
than
noticed that.
somebody else's. And you're like, well, how did that happen? There was a period of time where it was not written. It was given to you, you were shown it. It was kind of like, read this and destroy it.
It was very secretive.
It was very secretive. The secretness is not, I don't think of the secretness as much as sacredness.
I like that.
And being secret is to help keep it sacred. The idea of where Christ admonished his disciples not to cast your pearls before swine, because it will not be respected. Therefore, by keeping certain things secret, you kept it safe, you kept it sacred.
So it was about respect.
It was about respect.
For the art itself.
For the art itself, yes.
Now, how can Reiki help someone? We've talked a bit about what it is.
Reiki, because we look around us and we say, oh, this chair we're sitting in is solid. This wall behind us is solid. Everything is vibration. Everything is energy. Nothing is solid. It just vibrates at a different level, some higher, some lower. Reiki, being an energy healing system, works on all levels of the energy system. 7 chakras, 7 bodies. The physical body being the most solid, the most slow in vibration.
Yes.
There's the idea that illness does not start in this body, it starts in our energy bodies and sinks down as it gets heavier.
Okay, so Reiki is clearing out that energetic body before it hits the physical body.
Reiki will go where it needs to
Yes.
and start. If you're having pain, physical pain, Reiki will start there to stop that pain. If that pain is caused by something that you created, because we create all our own mishaps.
Yes, we manifest.
We manifest them. As much as I like to say we don't, we do. I've manifested quite a few. Reiki will work on that physical pain, but then it will start working on the cause of the pain. Unlike Western medicine, oh, here, take a pill for that pain. Reiki tends to be a little bit more like Eastern medicine, where they will say, here's something for that pain, but here's something to start taking care of the cause of that pain.
So it's treating the body and the spirit holistically.
Yes.
And really combining the two, and instead of just ignoring that spiritual aspect of what we manifest, it focuses on that as well as the body itself. Thank you everyone for joining us. I hope that you've learned a little bit more about what Reiki is, how it can help you, how it works, a little bit of the history. I would like to thank you, Oscar, once again for coming and joining us and sharing your information and your experience with us. We really appreciate your knowledge. And again, thank you all for watching. We hope to see you next time. And if you're interested, I almost forgot, if you're interested and more information about Oscar, you can actually reach us at Casa del Curandero, which is our information. We'll show down below the links, and you can reach us or reach him through us. Okay, thank you all. Have a great day.